What is good, cabrones, and welcome to the first official rebuild of FIFA 22 Barcelona. Arguably home to the greatest team in football history, a club that's wage structure has been messed with to such an extent they have literally just had to release the greatest player in football history. So what do you do when you release the greatest player in football history? Other than hire the greatest manager in football history. So yes, Quack Dog is here to save the day. You look at the team early on. They've got prospects. Fati, Pedri, Arujo, there's potential. We don't really care about challenges because the only challenges been set, objectives been set are by me, and it's to win the Champo and win the La Liga. So how am I going to do it? First signing, Aymeric Laporte. Let's be real, we've watched the Bayern games back and their defence is about as useful as a broken umbrella during a tsunami. Something had to be done. Aymeric out of favour, so I gave Pep a call. I said, do you want to help your old club out? He said, for 100 million, yes boss. Unfortunately for us, that left our transfer budget looking a little not so great, and teams decided they'd take the mickey of us. Diego Jota plus 30 million for Frankie de Jong. Are you for real? Nah, we needed to do something to let people know we aren't a joke anymore, and that something is obviously getting rid of Philippe Coutinho. 160 million. If anyone signalled the downfall button, it's too hard to get rid of Coutinho than I thought, but we were able to get 20 million for Umtiti's left knee. I'm sure it's going to go to a transplant place soon. And if you're wondering why we sold Dembele and he's won the Ansu Fati, will answer all of your questions. Don't you worry, boys and girls. What a man. Who are we going to be bringing in though? As I said, Coutinho may have signalled the downfall of Barcelona, but this signing will do anything but. Carlos Soler, the captain of Valencia, or should be captain to be honest. You're going to be thinking 81 rated Barcelona. Well, just wait and see. 60, just a little wonder. I did some negotiating, I'm used to it. Bossman thinks he charged me 60p plus sugar tax for something. Not a hope in hell. Pep thought I'd repay the favour by giving him Braithwaite, but it was time to pray. And our prayers were answered. Philippe Coutinho out the door. Everton came a knocking and I said, I answered the door, dude. I was ready to give up anything to get to Coutinho, I will not lie. Coutinho out, Soler and Laporte in. It's time to make a good impression, boys. Can we be the one to get Barcelona back to the standard they belong, to place them at the pinnacle of football, robbing Arsenal once again by cheating? UEFA Lona is coming back. It's only been out on Alexander Isaac could get us off to a not so great start.
Nope.
And when I say
nope,
you're about to witness the greatest goalkeeping performance in football history, no.
Nope. Nope.
I'm not exaggerating.
Nope.
I'm really not. Alex Romero, or Morero, however you pronounce the prick's name, would give us the big L. And you know what we do when we lose? We take the team's best player because we're Barcelona. We're going for that Bayern Munich method. You think you can step to us? We're going to slap our money on the table and we're going to take what is ours. Mikel Oyarzabal, however you pronounce it, up in the Barcelona Viva Revolution. Saving Private Barca Volume 2. Saving Private Ryan may not have gotten a remake, but that's because it was trash. And this one is, speaking of not trash, well, speaking of trash, we're making Atleti look it. Ansu Fati coming through to make it 2, but just like his Achilles, it cracks under pressure. 88 minutes on the clock though, and the game was done thankfully. Up next though, Real Madrid, Casemiro, Modric, Tony Cruz control and the boys. This was it. This was where I set my marker. Benzema thought he'd gotten him off to a dream start, but Benji must have broken down because that was always offside. Oscar Mingueza, Kun Aguero would combine to find Ansu Fati, and there is a reason they say I am the youth hunter. There is a reason they nickname me the 31-year-old Everton midfielder, because I spot youth and I take advantage of him. Ansu Fati is going to lead this team on to brighter and greater things, but Marc-Andre ter Stegen will not. You can pretty much see why Manuel Neuer has constantly been ahead of him for Germany. And tackles like that of Oscar Mingueza are just going to further put us in a hole that I'm seeing why it's been impossible for anyone to dig themselves out of. But Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Germany's #1, never doubted him. Manuel Neuer in the mud. Kun Aguero finds Pedri, and yet again the youth combine. There is a reason when I first made this series on FIFA 21, the 3 people in the poster, Ansu Fati, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri, were highlighted. Late on, Eden Hazard absolutely tears us apart, and it gets worse because after a bad run-in with some Bran, Champions League was looking awfully flaky. And not just that, we had Jordi Alba crying in the dressing room like he was going up against Liverpool once again, at the thought of once again meeting Giorgio Chiellini. Pedri though, bursting forward, the young man with a lot of heart and a ridiculous amount of energy.
You clinking, clanking, clattering collection of collisionous junk!
He tracks because of an injury 50 yards up the pitch. Great. Carlos Soler comes forward. He finds Ansu Fati. They're just playing keep away. They're playing keep away. Pinky in the middle. And Wojciech Szczesny is made to go and check himself. The keeper, absolutely no chance. Dybala though can only save. No one. He is a hopeless case. And it would be Sergio Busquets at what I can only promise. This is the worst part. This is sped up. This footage is sped up. That is how slow Sergio El Turtledor Busquets is. But he would be the one to confound the old lady's misery. That old lady might want to have dementia to forget this one. The Barca boys, the Quacky dog, get it done. All we need now is a win against Dynamo Kiev to finish top of the group. We finished second in our group. The league, it wasn't looking too bright either. 4th place, 9 points adrift. And as we go through the players' ratings, I just have to say it was at this point that my save corrupted and I have to restart the whole thing. So if you see any anomalies with ratings after this point, like some players' ratings might be higher or lower, it is because basically the first 6 months I had to play through again. But Real Madrid, the Spanish Super Cup, we are on to the final. Real Madrid out the way, it was time to celebrate. And you know how I celebrate? I made another signing. Yusuf Demir, the greatest Austrian prospect in history, has signed the ting. Quackers is at the wheel, and this might as well be a Formula 1 car, not Lando Norris's Formula 1 car, Lewis Hamilton's one, because the comeback is on. Atleti are the target. We've already beaten it once. Can we do it again? Frenkie de Jong and Carlos Soler combining yet again, playing keep away, making the Atleti defence work. Demir cuts in and celebrates his new contract with a goal, and to be honest, probably the loving embrace of any Catalan woman he could ever have his eyes on. And believe me, when you are Yusuf Demir and you are that handsome young chap, he can do it all. He is 17 though, ladies, so you might have to wait a couple years. One Sheeto Black would keep it at 1-0. Atleti would come forward with Yannick Carrasco, who, if many of you know, has caused me issues. But you know who isn't caused me issues? Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the Volkswagen himself, the people's wagon, has got the tails wagging. Mikel Oyarzabal, number 14. What a man, wearing the number of TT, the greatest French player in history. Atletico would get a goal back in spectacular fashion because, believe me, EA Sports bullshit is in the game. But nothing would stop the quack dog and his boys, Gerard Piqué El Capitano, from lifting the Spanish Super Copa. So good they literally have super in the name. You don't hear about the Super Community Shield or the Super FA Cup. The Spanish Super Copa though, now that is prestige. Speaking of prestige though, it's time for the most prestigious tournament in world football, the Champions League. One half of the Abu Dhabi, Man City. Messi went to the other half. Can we knock them out? Well, 3-1 in the first leg. Underdogs, as you saw PSG lose. What underdogs? Pep came, Pep saw, and Pep promptly got conquered. 4-3, we move on. Just so you know, first season I will not play any Champions League games, just so, because I'd win them all because I'm going to go at FIFA. Second season though, anything goes. All is fair in love and war, so believe me, that Champions League medal, it's going to look real nice around my neck. Speaking of getting run by the neck though, Real Madrid, last time out, thought they could come onto our turf and embarrass us. Embarrass me, spit on my family's grave. Not this time. We're going to blitz all day and we're going to let them know they are in a game. Benzema comes forward and yet again looks like a car breaking down. There's a reason he's called Benz, because he ain't reliable. Yet again forward, but guess what? Off the post. Struggle time for Real Madrid. If you ain't gonna shoot, or if you ain't gonna shoot to kill, don't shoot at all. Ricky Puig, what a goal. Deflecting it beautifully off of his man. You're about to see something in the top right, and it is oh so true. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait, it's coming. Believe me. Ricky Puig. FIFA 22, damn right it's updated. Damn right it's installed, because as I said already, bullshit, it's in the game. But 87 minutes on the clock. Ricky Puig in space, the gem of La Messiah, looking like it, shining bright like a diamond. Get a face scan though, lad. Please, and untuck your shirt. You look like a proper pleb. The Barca fans though, absolutely up in arms. Our head-to-head with them wasn't looking too great after the first leg. Now, one win each, it ain't going to head-to-head. We are Gucci, we have equalled it out. Speaking of equaling out though, Atletico Madrid, they'd get their revenge in Europe. 1-0 in the first leg. Could we make it back in the second? Could the boys get done? Well, first of all, changes had to be made. We had to get those higher end. We had to get the experience players, and we had to get Ricky Puig. After that performance in the El Clasico, we had to get Ricky Puig in. Dusan Vlahovic starting. We need goals from Young, so he hasn't had the greatest of starts. As you can see, Oyarzabal already up to 88. What a man. Messi who? Messi who? Unfortunately, we would get it done. Are you shocked? I've told you. Goach. Greatest coach of all time. I am the Goach. Not the Gooch. The Goach. Bayern up next. This was our chance at revenge. This was our chance at redemption. PSG are already out. We need to win this thing before Messi does. We need to show him what he's missing out on, even if it wasn't really his fault he left. Unfortunately though, Bayern was just one step too far for the young team. The changes didn't really matter. But there was still all to play for. As I said, that win against Real Madrid was absolutely huge. Head-to-head even is coming down to goal difference. All we have to do on the final day of the season to make the greatest comeback. And if you're wondering about me saying the restart, we were actually at 5th after I restarted the 6 months. 5th. The greatest comeback in league football history. Our opponents on the day, Villarreal CF, They've already broken the hearts of English fans enough times, so let's hope they don't break the heart of an Englishman. But Mikel Oyarzabal, I'm telling you about this guy. He is Messi in disguise. Beats 5 players. Just can't provide the finish because he is the B-Tech Messi, not the Alpha one. But Sergio Asenjo sees his old mate Mikel, gets a bit confused, throws it straight to him, and the man wearing the number 10 now could be the man to replace Leo. I know many of you probably want Ansu Fati to wear the number 10. I didn't want to put the pressure on the young man's shoulders. Speaking of pressure, it's back on us after Villarreal get the equaliser in the most ridiculous fashion ever. Mikel Oyarzabal though, the number 10, driving forward. He's got Fati in acres. I should have given Fati the number 10. I can't believe he's missed that. I should have just given it to Fati. Ansu Fati now finds Mikel Oyarzabal, and that's why I gave him the number 10. Never in doubt. I've never doubted this man. Mikel Leo Oyarzabal, Barca's new number 10, making those Catalonian fans forget about the old one. Fati breaks through once again, sees Oyarzabal in space, and in the 84th minute, that is the La Liga title signed, sealed, delivered. Christmas, it may not have come early, but it doesn't mean I ain't unwrapping my presents. And speaking of presents, you must be in the presence of glory, because I didn't even edit this, by the way. This randomly just cut to that guy. But anyway, speaking of presents, as I was going, you must be in presence of greatness, because whilst Ronald Koeman is losing the dressing room, whilst Ronald Koeman is on the verge of getting sacked, I won the Spanish Supercopa. I won La Liga. I beat Atleti. I beat L'Oreal. I beat Real. I actually got beaten by L'Oreal. And Jordi Alba lifts the trophy. Believe me, there won't be any Alex songs with this moment, because the team chemistry is on point. But one trophy ain't enough. I want to conquer Europe. Can I really say no Messi, no problems if I haven't conquered Europe? No. So season 2 is loading in. Time for me to get involved. Time for the teams in Europe to quiver, because as I always say, get me to the final and I'll get it done. How about if they couldn't get me to the final, I'll get myself there. Also, just want to point out, this is really the reason why Barcelona in financial ruin. Giving me 311 million, I've played one season of management. As you can see though, Jordi Alba was on the decline. He had that unfortunate red triangle by his name. And the first signing of the window would be Theo Hernandez, the boy from Real Madrid, out to get revenge on his old club, out to prove them wrong. Was he a tad expensive? Absolutely, but you have to pay the premium for the prime talent, and that is what we went and did. And we decided to do it again. We decided to give our old pal Pep one last call. Say, I know we knocked you out of Europe, but no hard feelings, Baldy, yeah? You shaved my head on my Arsenal career mode. We're all even now, yeah? We good. Ferran Torres, I wanted to make a really big push for Spanish internationals. Ferran Torres, the deal was done. Everyone was buzzing. I don't know why the manager always puts their hands up like they're super shocked they actually got it done and they're really happy. But he wasn't the only one we signed. Boys and girls.
I thought I had it all together, but I was led astray. The day you walked away, you were the clock that was ticking in my home. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
Dani Olmo walked away and left our heart in absolute tatters. Dani Olmo has made his return to Barcelona, the last signing of the window. The La Masia prospect with Barca DNA has come home, and doesn't that team just say little? It just looks a little bit delicious, doesn't it? Legans would be the first test of the season. Pedri linked to Man United, but I think we all know that if Oli is at the wheel on that negotiation, it is only going one way, and that is towards a car crash. We couldn't beat Sociedad, so we thought, Legans, they wear blue and white. Yeah, we'll just mess them up instead. And mess them up was what we did. Oyarzabal beats his man with a beautiful first touch, by the way, and places it delicately in the bottom left. And they'd have a moment of joy and happiness as they equalised before they realised that teams really should learn not to score against me, because all it does is make me angry. Pedri driving forward, running forward, look at them backing up, look at the fear in their eyes as he finds Ansu Fati. And yet again, delicately with the first time finishing stuff for our post. Pedri, you beautiful young man, you. The boy from Las Palmas, getting it done. He may not be from La Masia, but he looks at home in Barcelona. 2-1, maybe not the most confident win ever, but this one might be an opportunity to get that. Real Madrid yet again facing us. I'm trying not to only face the same teams over and over, but Real Madrid, and Barcelona. El Clasico, arguably the most overrated time in football history. I don't know, overrated's the wrong term because it's rightly rated based on the quality. It's just they never really have good matches. But this would sure to be one for the ages. Us actually on the front foot for once. As I say that, Roman Malinowski finds Marco Asensio, who finds the palms of Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the keeper, yet again standing tall. Lucky for us, the post does deliver on Saturdays, and really did deliver us 1 point there. 0-0. Decent tie. You're probably wondering where Dani Olmo was. He did die the second I signed him. Second place in the Champions League, though, would provide a platform into Europe. That's all I needed. That was all I needed here. Quackers, we got you to knockout stages. Now take us home. Fourth in the league. Levante are in second. Levante. A tie with some rent boys in the Champions League, and it is up next. I'm going to have to speed up the Champions League thing because it does tend to get copyright claimed every single time. 2-0 in the first leg for Chelsea, and can you hear it? Someone is knocking. Someone is knocking, and they are calling me. They've called the Quack man. They have said the magic word. Quackers, save us. That's what I do. I will lead my boys out. I will take control of the second leg. The first Champions League knockout stage tie you're gonna see here. It won't be the last. It won't be the last this season because I'm going to get this done. A 2-0 comeback. That is light work. That is 10 kilograms of dumbbells for me. Get me on those 20s or give me death. Chelsea, to be fair, they would get the first chance, but we'd just give them that tinge of hope that this might be an easy game for them. And then Mikel Oyarzabal would slap them in the face, call them Sally and say, you should probably start calling me Phil Jones because I ain't playing today. Pedri now coming forward, finds Carlos Soler. What a signing he's been, by the way. Whoever decided to sign him, absolutely outstanding manager. Serginho Dest. Captain America, the Patriot, gets it done. What better for an American rather than taking a dump in some Englishman's tea? Rent boys, especially those ones from West London, do not like it up 'em. We got up 'em and they crumbled. Memphis Depay put them under pressure. You can see it. They are scared. They are shaking. Don't score now, please. This always seems to happen. They are shaking. They are quivering in their... Pulisic comes forward. Yes! Marc-Andre ter Stegen. What a man. Make him Germany's #1. Memphis Depay gets him behind, and you would think that is the tie done and settled, but it is given off sign by the blindo. You absolutely nincompoop. but we would keep coming. A beautiful pass into Fatty. Fatty pass Sola using all of that fat man strength. Why did I sell Ousmane Dembele? It's because he would have bottled that. We saw what happened against Liverpool. We saw how he single-handedly bottled the goal that would have ruined Liverpool's comeback and, to be fair, potentially given Tottenham a Champions League. So,
that a referee from Norway is the strongest.
I mean, a bit harsh. As you can see, 1 minute over the time, we started showboat. Martin Braithwaite couldn't get his goal he deserved. The Lord Braithwaite himself could not get it done. But we did get it done. On to the quarterfinals. Thomas Tuchel, or that B-Tech Aldi's own version of him. Shout out, they are legit. On to the next one. Seville would be the team in the quarters. And I'm just going to put my feet up and watch, to be honest, lads. I think we all know what's coming here. I think we all know this game is nothing if not done. 4-1 in the first leg. Second leg, just as beautiful. Yes, it is making me yawn because this is such light.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Arsenal is... I don't want to make Saka cry again. Arsenal in the semi-finals, not exactly the ideal tie for an Arsenal fan. And when I say it gets worse, you're about to witness just how much worse I mean. 3, 2, 1. That is a Willian tifo. Willian tifo at the Emirates. I don't want to hear anyone ever speak about realism. Also, I'm not going to come on it because I'm not happy about it. I wanted to lose this game. I won't lie. I wanted to lose this game. I wanted to get back like 6 or 7-0. My nickname, or my club's nickname in Pro Clubs, is the biggest snakes. Now I would absolutely snake Barcelona if we managed to get in the Champions League final. I'm ready to be hurt again. Fatty comes forward, finds Depay, who absolutely just takes the ball down in a disgusting fashion and plants it into the top corner. Taking it on his chest, flicking it inside the body. It's a pretty wonderful goal. I'm sure that's a goal that's going to be remembered for Champions Leagues to come. But Arsenal on the attack now. Rafinha, he's offside, ain't he? Arsenal would come forward in the 49th, but Bukayo Saka, the star boy's effort, would get plucked away by ter Stegen. And Arsenal coming forward now. Ødegaard, Rafinha, absolutely combined beautifully. Lucas Torreira up there. Martin Ødegaard finds Lacazette. Now back in this game, boys. We are... Sorry, I mean Arsenal are back in this game. Oh no. Oh god. Oh dear god, no. Not Arsenal back in the game. Anyone but Arsenal. Laporte would make it 3-1, which we're all obviously absolutely buzzing about. Why do I have to bank my own club in my bloody videos? The game would end 3-1 to Barcelona. They would get it done in the end, unfortunately. The semi-finals, we would switch some players around, but obviously get it done. We are into the Champions League finals, but before that, boys and girls, it is the celebration. It is the walk of fame. Yet again, yet another season. Yet another championship. This ain't FIFA, this is Championship Manager, because those are all I'm collecting right now. 4-0 on the final day, gets it done. The boys once again get to lift the trophy. It just... Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Obviously, I'm still a little bit hurt by the Champions League semi-finals. It wasn't... I mean, what the hell else? What is this cutscene, by the way? This isn't my idea. This is literally what EA did. How did Arsenal get to Champions League semi-finals in the second season? We ain't been in Europe for a year. How did we first get in the Champions League? And how did we get to the semi-finals? Who did they hire? Sir Alex Ferguson? Did they find a way to get Sir Alex Ferguson to sign for Arsenal? It's the only way that's happening. PK lifts the trophy though, boys. The league, to be fair, was a lot more comfortable going into the last day than last time out. 4 points clear of Real Madrid. Levante from 2nd to 7th in the most shocking turn events. It's got to be said though, and I will say this about FIFA overall, the player development this year, it is light years, and I mean light years better than last year's game. Young players, they don't have to play like 10, or not even 10, like 20, 30 games to get that real growth you'd want to see. I'm getting +4s and +3s on players who've played 10 to 15 games, which is absolutely ideal. Vlahovic peaked at 82, by the way. That's why I didn't show you me signing him, because he peaked at 82. He was absolutely pointless. I swapped him for Longley, but I shouldn't have. But boys, this time, Frankie de Jong leads the boys out. Yes, yes, yes. It will be Paris Saint-Germain, Messi's new team against Barcelona. His former home, his former allies, his former brothers in arms. It is Saving Private Barca. Our captain turned coat. Our captain committed treason and went to the oligarchs. But our team, our lack of player faces, what we lack in player face we make up for in heart. God, these child mascots look so bad. Why are all of their heads absolutely ginormous? Boys and girls though, it's time for kickoff. Oyarzabal driving down the wing. He finds the pine space, taking advantage of Hakimi's high position. He's going to whip it, taking advantage of the left back's high position. And Ferran Torres showing exactly why I signed him. Name one signing that hasn't worked out that isn't named Dusan Vlahovic. I dare you. I am the greatest director of football, the greatest manager. I am the GOAT. Yet again now taking advantage of PSG being high up the pitch. Torres gets it across to the pie, who taps it home. 2-0 in just 18 minutes, and I'm not going to lie. PSG may be the easiest team to beat in FIFA. Both their fullbacks legitimately play like wingers. All you have to do is have a 3-man formation up front, and it leaves room to work most magic like this. Memphis Depay with the scorpion kick. Messi who? What a goal. Memphis Depay, what a man, what a man. What a mighty fine man, say it again now. Oyarzabal, the new number 10, absolutely lapping it up. Messi in tears on the sidelines. To be fair, he probably would have taken a pay cut down to £1 if he knew QUACK was coming in, so you can't really blame him. But 3-0 in the Champions League final and 40 minutes not even on the clock. Messi now though, trying to make that different. Trying to make a difference and is able to, because my god, what the hell is this game? The ball deflecting off of Laporte's hand into the path of Neymar, who brings them back into the game going into the half. But it's got to be said, Barcelona have absolutely shell-shocked. They have mollywopped their Parisian counterparts. Oyarzabal, Depay, De Jong, through on goal. He has a man with me, just needs to he just needed to play it across. But you know what we do, we learn from our mistakes and we just miss again. PSG, will they actually have a chance here? Missed chance after missed chance for Barcelona, and PSG are starting to get their tails up. So it was time to make them put their tails firmly between their legs. Carlos Soler tucks in and curves it beautifully into the top right. The man wearing the captain's armband, El Capitano, the man who replaced Messi as Barca captain makes it 4. Braithwaite probably should have made it 5. But don't you worry, because what Braithwaite couldn't, Araujo absolutely could have. 5-1 to Barcelona. They arguably had the greatest team in the world before. Well, find me a time when they won 5-1 in the Champions League final. Find me a time when they made
Stop! He's already dead!
Game done. Game set. Match. The boys got it done. It was Wijnaldum, not Neymar, who got the goal. Ramos in absolute tatters. He's not used to losing Champions League finals, that lad. Laporte making sure people know he made the right decision. But boys and girls, you have been an absolutely adorable audience. You are absolutely idolos from 1 to 100. Let me know down below, what team do you want me to rebuild next? If you got to the end of the video, you are a legend. If you're new around here, like, comment, subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you loved the video, why not subscribe? And if you really loved it, why not share it? Because believe me when I say, a threesome is always better than a twosome. But here we come, Sergio Busquets, the man, the myth, the legend, the La Messiah prospect, to lift the trophy. The man may not have much left in the tank, but he had that. Kun Aguero, Messi's best friend, joined Barcelona to play with him. Well, now he's joined Barcelona and he's truly played him. The fans in absolute raptures. Quackers yet again wins a Champions League final. Will FIFA 22 be the game where I finally lose a Champions League final game? Who knows? Find out next time. But for now, peace.